Yeah, learning to love myself has been a game changer. I thought I'd show you how well I'm looking because I'm not competing. But I've just kept showing up for myself. But you know, like I don't. It's about nurturing yourself, loving yourself. What are you saying to yourself? You know, what are you doing? What you focus on grows. So yeah, get out of your own way. Yeah, start learning to nurture yourself from within. No, it starts from within. You know that's where real change happens. Showing up for you, nurturing your inner self, because when you sit with yourself and get that clarity and you align, things just come. You know, like when you let go and you choose peace over pressure, presence over pressure, worship over worry. You know, I really have been surrendering lately. I've been really in it deep. You know, things have been, I feel like I've been under spiritual attack actually, like, and then I started worrying, you know, and it is such an energy zapper. I started feeling exhausted, I started getting puku problems, you know, and it is because I started getting in here rather than living in faith and alignment, listening to my gut, breathing, because when you're stressed too, you hold on to all of it, and like you'll feel it in your shoulders. When you start breathing, you start shallow breathing, so you come up, breathe up from within. Nice big deep breath. You'll notice when you're stressed, you hold your breath. You know you're in here. You'll start spiraling. So get out of your own way, and if you can't, get out. Get out, get into nature, because it grounds you, and it can get into some cold water. Start feeling your body, reconnecting with your body. Start getting to mindfulness. So what are you saying to yourself? So just being aware. So tapping into your senses. What do you smell? What do you see? Closing your eyes is another good way. So you close your eyes. Close your eyes. What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you taste? I actually picked some wildflowers this morning on my run. I was like, oh, I'm so blessed, really. Yeah. Ooh, definitely hasn't been an easy journey, but I feel really thankful for all that is, even the hard. The hard actually is teaching me contrasting experiences of what I do and don't want, and actually having faith, and it's kind of forging me, you know. Oh, it is so not easy. They say what we go through, we grow through, and I definitely believe in that, because I've come a long way from where I was. You know, I've changed some really unhealthy patterns, some habits, and I've just transformed not only my body, but I feel way more resilient to overcome what else comes into my life, you know. Because I keep showing up for myself, and I'm not going back, you know. I've stopped drinking, I've stopped doing all the things, eating really toxic foods. I must still have ice cream now and then. I had fish and chips the other night, you know, like it's not about giving everything up, because why not enjoy this physical realm? You know, we're spirit in physical form. Why not enjoy the physical? But, you know, is it hurting you? Is it hindering you? Or is it helping you? You know? So it's actually about going, is this aligning with where I'm heading? Is this what I want for my life? Like, is this going to help the overall quality of my life? Because I know change isn't easy, but sometimes it's actually worth it, because you are worth it. Like, why not? Don't be like everyone else. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head. Don't be a broken record stuck on the same old groove, you know? Be the groove. Get groovy. Because you will, it's not easy, but man, it's been years of me showing up repetitively, not seeing the results in that, but then, like, so that first year bodybuilding, I didn't, the first competition, I didn't win any medals. The second competition, I won a couple of thirds. The next year, I just got so many medals. I won our regional championships, so my age, sports and fitness model, and then I went to nationals. I got second place in nationals. Then I went to Oceania and I got second and third place. And that's the second year. And I can't believe actually what I've achieved. Even with my horse and the ribbons, and I actually set a goal, and that's what it is about getting clear. What do you really want? So I went back to my childhood dream. Like, I loved horses, and now I never own horses, and it's been hard. I've got my L plate on. I'm learning. I'm a learner of life, and some of the hardest lessons that actually changed me and grow me for the better is the stuff that actually really hurts me at times. But it's actually like, am I allowing it to be hard on me, or am I actually embracing it, learning from it and growing from it, and not letting it close me off? Because when you're closed off, it's a different frequency. It's dense energy. When we're worried, when we're in that energy, it zaps our energy. While we're in that headspace, it zaps our energy. So that's why this morning, I needed to shift some of that energy. I went for a run. I went down to the river, and I'm like, man, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that I gave up a lot of things that were hindering me, and I just took the first step in faith. I sold everything. I left all the whānau support and everything, and I came back home, back to Hawke's Bay, and I started developing a beer block. I sold a home. I was mortgage free. I'd set myself up, but I had a vision, that I actually wanted to get away from the system that's not helping people. It's actually hurting our people. It's not for the people. It's for the man. It's for the ones up there. And I'm creating a different system around nurturing ourselves, loving ourselves, meeting our basic needs ourselves, because the system, a lot of us go to work to meet our basic needs, and we're still struggling. Like, New Zealand's beautiful, but a lot of people in poverty, a lot of people are struggling, and then there's a lot of judgment in that about people using drugs and drinking and that, but people are struggling, man. We're not thriving. In this country, we are plentiful, and the system's failing us. So I'm about creating something totally away from the system, and it's not easy. I'm on my own here, and a lot of the time I'm finding it really hard financially and stuff, but I'm like, no, keep walking in faith, one step in front of the other, because I know this too shall pass. And I've had these visions and things that I'm creating this wellness centre, a place where people can come, be, breathe, and get away from the pressure and live more in peace, and just come together as a collective, man. Worship over worry, actually being thankful, and actually be grateful for what we already have, because we are really blessed. Like those videos that came up of India, and that humbled me, and it showed me, man, there's people that hardly have anything, fresh water, a roof over their head, a good meal, like those little things. We are very lucky. Because a lot of people don't have it. So really just sit with that now and then, and actually practice a bit of gratitude. Maybe 3 things when you get up in the morning. It can just flip the script on worry and that, and when you actually just surround yourself in nature. I know it's scary sitting with yourself. I never used to like sit, because of all the things that have happened to me, early childhood and that. I don't want to sit with that. I was scared. But I learnt to sit with it, and the universe kept taking my head out. I must feel like a dart heavy in their head, because I always take my main computer out, and then I had to stop. That'll cable ties. So now I'm like, no, be still, breathe, come out of the head. And it took me a long time, but actually then it just started happening, and I feel this beautiful energy, and then you can see, like, and I could see everything looks so much better. And because we're a chemical factory, like, you actually don't need to be doing a lot of the unhealthy habits and the things that we do, the likes, the things on, like, there's so many, like, what's your addiction? Because there are so many. Like, people are judgy on people that drink or drugs and things like that, but it's like, okay, well, there's people that overeat, killing their body with eating, like, there's social media, we're so stimulated, heightened. Our nervous system is shot a lot of the time, and then how can we be the best version of ourselves? We tend to react more, and I know this from myself. I'm not the best version of myself. Like, now and then I'm like, ooh, I might react, respond not very, like, from a place of peace, love. So I'm like, oh, what is that? And it's normally because even my self-talk, I'm actually really, really hard on myself. Get out, Chucky. The chickens come in to steal the cat food. I call it Chuck Norris because that one actually takes the cat out because the cat stalks the chickens. And that one, that one chases the cats. She's Chuck Norris. So, I'm an urban girl, but I decided, no, I'm getting away from the system that's helping people, and I started growing my own vegetables because I know what's in it then, because it wasn't until I actually started farming and started eating home, like, fresh produce, and I'm like, what are we eating out of the supermarket? So much chemicals put into our food, and then even our canned foods, just so many things, So even look at what you're feeding your kids, because it may say it's healthy on the label, it doesn't have this, doesn't have that, but if you have a look in it, what nutrition is in there? You want to be fueling their brains so they can be the best versions of themselves, and they can grow into the best versions of themselves. Because I know everyone wants that for their kids, but a lot of the time we don't know. There's a lot of information out there, but it's a lot of false information. So just be mindful of that and actually go into your knowing, because you know best. So it's actually about not reaching out and asking, but sitting and asking yourself, sitting with that question, and it will come to you, but you actually need to give yourself time and just allow it to come to you. So anyway, I'm going to leave you off that, and I thought, like, I'm doing my transformational challenge soon, and I keep promoting myself, and I put photos of my bodybuilding journey, but I wanted to show you that I'm still showing up, I'm loving myself, and I actually am really proud of myself and my body now. Like, I've never been confident in my body. Plus, I've never wanted to be objectified, but I'm like, actually, I am so stoked with myself, and I'm like, yeah, Katrina, I'm more muscly than half the guys, and I don't even have testosterone. I'm like, yeah. But like, it's actually supporting my broken back. I've lacerated my knee, motorcycles, snowboarding. I've got really bad shoulders that used to dislocate horses and snowboarding, and I was an adrenaline junkie, like, that was my drug. That was my chosen drug of choice. Motorbikes, all the extreme stuff, because nothing mattered. I was in the present moment. So now I've learnt mindfulness, sitting, because I can't live on that adrenaline. It's actually really bad for you. You fatigue yourself, your adrenal gland, so your vagus nerve. So, but that runs through everything. And then that's why a lot of puku problems and that. A lot of it's because we're overstimulated. So get off your phone now and then. Digital detox, like, put your feet in the grass, go to the beach, like, leave your phone at home. I was doing this online business, and I was trying to get away from technology, but I'm like, I just wanted to expand my reach, and it came to me. So I just go with what comes to me. It definitely is not easy, and I am scared as anything, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you're so courageous and that, but I'm like, I'm like, why am I doing this off myself? I feel like I got a screw loose. I think you got it. Hey, just flipping the script. But I've actually been looking at my conditioning, you know, and I'm like, is this like, because a lot of things are instilled in us, and a lot of things are actually just keeping us stuck in these patterns that aren't even helping us. Going to work for these things, you know, to pay for these things that we're never there to enjoy. It's like, And actually losing things over and over again, I'm like, what do we really need? When I first moved here, that's why I sold everything. I was like, stop getting attached to everything. You know, you can't take it with you. And then at the end of the day, I just saw, I was living in the paddock. Lots of people judged me and that, you know, going off the grid and stuff like that. But I'm like, if I can reduce costs, I don't have to go to work. I can work for myself. And then I can actually enjoy this life, because what are we here for? You know, to work for someone else. I want to work on myself, for myself, on myself, you know thyself, because